Roll call.
Commissioner Golden?
Here.
Commissioner Corvellis?
Here.
Mayor Fox?
Here.
Mr. Zip? May I have a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting as presented?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Golden?
Yes.
Commissioner Corvellis?
Yes.
Mayor Fox?
Yes.
I have a couple of announcements here to make. The New Jersey, we received a letter from the New Jersey DOP Coastal General Permit for 622 West 26th Street. This is for the construction of a single-family duplex building and the reconstruction of an existing bulkhead and the construction of docks. We also received a New Jersey Waterfront Development Permit to authorize existing docks at 221 Bar Avenue. The Atlantic City Electric Company will be holding an open house on April the 4th at the Greater Wildwood Chamber of Commerce to provide details and answer questions regarding the replacement of existing transmission lines along Glenwood, Maple, Pine, and Moore Avenue, and that is at 10 a.m. I have brochures after the meeting. If anyone's interested, I can give you them. Also, Rutgers Environmental Stewards will be presenting a free event to the public. Unfortunately, it's the same day. A scientific approach to global warming and climate change. That's also on Saturday, April the 4th. That will be from 10 to 1 p.m. at Wildwood High School. I have brochures on them for anyone who's interested in that. Also, Atlantic City Electric is again reminding residents to be aware of customer scams, and we will be updating. We already have a link that's on our website, but we'll be updating that link. It gives you general information so that you know what to look for, so that you don't get, apparently there's some scams going around again with regards to electric bills. Mayor and Commissioners, as you are aware, I received a petition regarding bond ordinance number 578-2020. I have certified that petition on March the 2nd, and I've turned it over to you for you to take action.
Okay, obviously disappointed as I may be. I don't know how you commissioners
I'm
feel.
very disappointed.
But they did go out and take the petition out. They did get the required signatures that were approved. So I think at this point we look for a motion to rescind. Is that would be right, Donna?
That's correct.
Rescind that ordinance that we passed. So I would look for a motion from one of you guys.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Golden?
Yes.
Commissioner Corvellis?
Yes.
Mayor Fox?
Yes.
Resolution 2020-031 is amending Resolution 2020-012, authorizing an application for the funding from Governor's Council on Alcoholism and Drug Abuse for the Greater Wildwood Municipal Alliance for the fiscal grant cycle 2020-2021. You probably heard me say this twice now. What has happened is the county was informed by the Governor's Council on Alcoholism and Drug Abuse that the amounts can't be rounded up, and we go by their numbers. So they had originally told us $625 was our share. The second resolution that I had to amend was at $612.19 is what the current is. So it's just a little less, but we have to make that clarification. So may I have a motion on Resolution 2020-031?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Golden?
Yes.
Commissioner Corvellis?
Yes.
Mayor Fox?
Yes.
Resolution 2020-032 is the adoption of the second temporary budget for the calendar year 2020. That's appropriating 26.25% of the 2019 budget appropriation. I have a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Golden?
Yes.
Commissioner Corvellis?
Yes.
Mayor Fox?
Yes.
The third resolution I have, Mayor, is for a closed executive session meeting for matters of active litigation regarding the Mulhaney lawsuit. Shall I read that at the end?
Yes, that would be
Take a
fine.
vote on it at the end.
Yes.
May I have a motion to approve the bills when properly signed and endorsed?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Golden?
Yes.
Commissioner Corvellis?
Yes.
Mayor Fox?
Yes.
Reports from commissioners.
Activity report for the month of February, Public Works Department. 4 work orders for maintenance of public works vehicles. 4 work orders to maintain police vehicles. 4 work orders to maintain public works equipment. 4 work orders to empty trash and recycle containers at borough parks. 8 work orders for inspections of borough parks and streets. 4 work orders to clean up trash at on borough streets. 4 work orders to clean borough hall and remove trash and recyclables. 4 work orders for maintenance of 26th Street Avenue sewer pumping station. 4 work orders for maintenance of flood pump south end of Neptune Avenue, 4 work orders to empty doggy stations and containers at borough parks and playgrounds, 2 work orders for maintenance and inspections for floodgates, 2 work orders to clean off catch basins, to remove debris from them, 3 work orders for inspection of the Tyflex valves, 1 work order to fuel up flood pumps at south end of Neptune, 3 work orders to pick up bulk trash, 3 work orders for oil change of police vehicles, 3 work orders for patched potholes throughout the borough, 1 work order to prime dump truck, 1 work order to take paid bulk trash away to the MUA, 1 work order to fill up pump at Neptune Avenue station as well, and 1 work order to take TVs to the MUA. Total work orders, 63 work orders for the month of February. Commissioner Golden.
Okay, activity report for the month of February 2020 for the police department. Property checks, 350. Direct patrols, 34. Backup officer calls, 19. Motor vehicle stops, 14. Medical emergency assistance, 6. Assisting other agencies, 5. Open door calls, 4. Follow-up investigations, 4. Animal complaints, 4. Welfare checks, 3. Parking complaint violation, 3. General complaints, 3. Relay person paper service, 2. Lockouts, 2. Wires, poles, down tree calls, 1. Water leaks, 1. Theft, 1. Suspicious vehicles, 1. Suspicious persons, 1. Suspicious activity, auto and person, 1. Suicide attempts, 1. Other public service, 1. Open door and window property calls, 1. Found properties, 1. Firearms application, 1. Department services, 1. Alarm, burglar panic alarm calls, 1. Administrative calls, 1. Total is 467 calls for the month of February 2020.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Corbellis?
Yes, these are the balances as of today. I'm going to start with the payroll account. It's $59,742.48. Our tax lien trust fund is $76,855.63. Our improvement fund is $727,755.96. Trust other accounts, $74,574.07. Unemployment compensation is $6,953.99. Our dog account is $1,816.13. Our current account is $1,635,202.88. Our current account is $460,115.75. Our utility account, $460,115.75. Our water sewer improvement account is $23,893.06. Uniform fire safety code account is $6,399.22. Our law enforcement trust account is $3,530.78. Trust other parks and grounds, $213.39, bringing it up to $3,077,073.34.
Thank you, Commissioner. At this time, before I open the meeting to the floor, I want to state that obviously there's a concern about the coronavirus that's going out. So after speaking with the solicitor and the solicitor talking to the other commissioners, we are going to take all the comments we possibly can take and questions and answer them, but we're going to limit it to an hour for these public safety reasons. Because last thing we want is people, I know everybody came from different areas of the state and maybe the state of Pennsylvania as well, but they say within an hour it can fill a room, and if anybody has it, not to hoping to God nobody has it, but there's always that possibility, so we're going to limit it to the hour of 6 o'clock. So at this point, so we want to get as many questions and answers out as we possibly can. So at this time, I'll open the meeting to the floor for any comment from you folks.
There were some something online in the Herald today regarding the ethics violation. I don't know if you saw it. Has anything moved on that?
No, I think, yeah, I honestly haven't heard from my attorneys reference to that, so what you got in Herald, I would absolutely ask them if they have any answers on it, and you maybe can provide them with something, because I don't have anything. So if you have any questions when the meeting's over to talk to Herald, you're more than welcome to.
Okay. And you also talked about the Mahoney case. What's the status of that?
There's an executive session. We don't know what status is until obviously get an executive session, but they have some, I guess, the issues to talk about.
After the executive session, would you be able to tell us more about it? Or?
It's a possibility. It depends on what's discussed and what's available to the public. We won't know until it's over.
Okay. I also noticed that Wildwood does not have an in-house solicitor anymore. They contract her out. Oh, I'm sorry. Wildwood doesn't have an in-house solicitor anymore, and they contract it out like we used to.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts?
Yeah.
I think they're foolish. I think the availability, and you'll see different things change over there, because having worked there for many years as a law enforcement officer and as their administrator, I think it was a foolish move. They say there's cost effectiveness there. There is not. They will find that out, and if you keep watching what happens over there, you'll see that it'll be a detriment to them when it's over. Any other questions, folks? Yes.
Hi, Dorothy Dalton, 741 West Poplar. The petition that was filed that you had discussed earlier, that, because I couldn't hear you, what was the petition for?
That was for the road project that we had presented for, I think it was $1.7 million.
Okay, and who was that filed by?
Well, it was filed by a group of petitioners, and but it was passed around by Ms. Doherty, Nancy Doherty. She's the one that took it and went around, got all those signatures, and returned it.
Oh, okay, so was it the CTWWW that filed it?
No, not, and well, I can't answer that question. I don't know if she's a member. I don't know that.
Okay, well, if it was whomever filed it, well, let me ask Donna, who was it filed by? Was it filed by the CTWWW?
It was brought into me by Anna Doherty.
Okay, so it's by an
I can only
individual?
take it as she's the one that submitted it. She
Okay.
did not represent.
Right, we're not looking as if the CDWW turned in, so I want to clarify that. We don't, that's not what we're saying.
No, that's what
Okay.
I wasn't
Yeah.
sure. There was a lot
Yeah.
of,
Yes.
there were a lot of backs and forths in the local paper, and I was just curious. I wanted confirmation.
Yes, okay, yeah. If you're looking at, if maybe I can help a little bit, I'm disappointed in yes, that she would go and do this, and I'm specifically staying there with Nancy, and I'm being honest with everybody, because that's, you guys, the group actually did a fantastic job, in my opinion, by saying, okay, we looked at this, we saw what we have is good, we're stepping away from it. I'm pleased with that. That was a good thing. Nancy obviously didn't see it that way, so disappointed. It's her prerogative to go and do what she did, and God bless her for it, but she did it, and I want you to be well aware that we absolutely see what you guys did, and I commend you for that.
Thank you.
But in this case, following her not jumping on board and seeing the good of it, to me, was a disappointment, but we'll see what can happen in the
So
future.
then that brings up my next question. What's the status of the grant?
Well, we still filed for the USDA grant to see if we can at least, knowing this happened, we still file for it and hope that, something good comes out of it, then maybe there's something else we can do. But I didn't want to take the chance of not filing for that and not knowing what we could possibly get out of it.
So then that leads me to my next question. Should the grant, should you not receive the grant, will you proceed with the road improvement or not?
Well, it's something we have to look into. We still have there's still a couple more options out there that we can put together and submit another one, but as of right now, that's not been discussed. But yes, there are options, but we're going to wait to see what happens, and hopefully we can do something that, that works out well for the borough. But we'll see. Like I said, there's a lot of options, and hopefully by next month, we'll have some other answers for you.
Okay.
Yes.
Charles J-Pack, 507 West Poplar. Mayor, just to clarify the process, it was the working session. We felt there wasn't enough information.
Mhm.
And then, of course, when we had our meeting, we were very happy to hear what the engineer had talked about, and we said, okay, that sounds great to us. But just so we understand process, if this is to put it on the ballot, right?
No, it's not.
I mean, the petition.
It was to be rescinded, and if we didn't rescind it, it would go on the ballot, but we have agreed to rescind it.
Oh, you rescinded it then?
That's correct.
Oh. Well, I guess my question would be, if it was on the ballot, could we continue the process of applying? And, you know, of course, if the grant comes through and the ballot at the same time, everybody votes yes anyhow, so that seems to be a less risk for
Well, the
us.
dilemma we have is that one of the projects that we had an extension for is only till August. By the time you have time in between, waiting for applications to come back, it could be just a detriment altogether. Then there's a cost factor of $25,000 to put on a ballot and to have a special election. So there's, I would say, my thought would be if we wait till next month, let's see what else we can put together. Maybe there's a different avenue that we can go and make this project happen some other way. I don't know. But has this put us in a bad spot? It has. But again, maybe at the end of the day, we don't get approved for the application anyway. So we don't know. Let's just see what happens, and I hope good comes out. But again, like you said, you guys did take the opportunity. You weren't happy at the workshop. You were happy after the meeting. You did, in my heart, the right thing. I think, again, I commend you for that. I think it was a good move. But at the same time, but everybody's entitled to what they want to do. And Nancy decided that's what she wanted to do to move forward. And believe me, I understand all the phone calls and appreciative we are that the fact that you guys understood what was good and what was bad, and you guys had nothing to do with that petition going back around. Would I be correct in saying that?
Yeah, and
Okay.
the only objection, I guess, to Poplar Avenue, again, from what I heard, was that there might have been other streets that were in more of a dire need to be repaired. And that question was still,
Right, but it had to do with,
Open, it was an open question.
it had to do with grants and how we can connect this project to easier connect. And I think that was explained pretty well by the engineer and the auditor.
Just another clarification. If a non-resident could not file a petition, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so, of course, CTWW is made up of a whole group of resident as well as non-resident, but we know as a group that we couldn't step forward and file any kind of petition because it wouldn't be legal, so.
Right. But I think you guys were quite clear in what you thought was the wrong thing we were doing, but when you found it was the right thing, you said, okay, we're not doing this. And you chose to back away and
Only for
accept it.
information.
But no, I get it,
Wasn't
no.
enough of that work.
Right, no, I got that, I understand that, yes.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome.
Mary Ann Welsh, 741 West Poplar. I guess maybe we all can learn from this, and that next time an ordinance is presented and there's a workshop meeting, the commissioners involved could come more prepared, or you could have those professionals at the workshop
Yeah.
meeting so that it could be discussed in more detail, because that was the bulk of our frustration
Right.
was,
Absolutely.
one commissioner said he rolled out of bed and was told to be here to vote on it, and another commissioner wasn't familiar with all the details.
Right.
So that was extremely frustrating when you're committing the borough to $1.75 million
Oh, yeah.
and there are no answers.
No, we agree with you.
It's
I
just
agree with you. Yep, I agree with you.
It's unprofessional.
Yep.
And so maybe we all can learn, and in the future, you can be more prepared, and, it might give us more confidence in what's going on. So that's just.
I agree.
A comment. And so, good, but getting back to the grants, from what I understood, the 2018 grant expired, but you're getting an extension on that?
We got an extension till August for that
Okay,
particular grant.
And that grant is for
That one's for the
Poplar Avenue?
beginning part. And we have another grant for G Avenue that it came in this year of 19, and that's what gave us the availability to connect the project.
And then we have another one, right, for
A Avenue, correct.
Okay. Will there be any applications made for, is it pine or maple, the one?
We got some, it's when, different applications, we're always searching for applications for grants, always. So when something pops up, we'll tell the engineer or the Triad and Associates, all right, apply for that grant, let's see if we can get our hands on it. Like right now, we're trying to get FEMA money for some of these outfall lines. The state recognizes that there's still Sandy monies available, but they're so reluctant to release it, and they're pushing us around from the county. Well, the county's got the money. We go to the county, they're sitting there saying, no, we don't have the money. The state has it, so they got us bouncing like a ball, a ping pong ball. But we're trying to get our hands on FEMA money, that's grant money, and we may have to have a match of 25%, but that would be good for all the outfall lines in streets that water lays during storms or even rainy days. So we honestly, we reach out for as much grant money as we can possibly get. Do you have anything else before I go? Okay. Nancy, go ahead.
Nancy Doherty, 215 Laura Avenue. I just wanted to clarify on when I had turned in the petition. I had turned the petition in prior to anyone saying that they wanted to withdraw or not to do it anymore. It was a done deal before anybody objected afterwards. I just wanted to let them know that it was already submitted.
Nancy, and as much as I would like to agree with you, I can't, because you did submit it, that's true. But when you were sent back out to replace signatures, you did not have to go replace some signatures. You did not.
Well, that's a legal document.
It doesn't matter. You did not, if you truly believe what you're saying, you did not have to go get them signatures to bring them in, but you chose to, which means at that point, you were absolutely disagreeing with these folks, and that what you were doing in your heart was right. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That's your decision.
45 people agreed with me.
Well, that's sometimes
And I only
debatable.
needed 42, so.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that when you left, after turning in, and Donna said to you that these signatures, in order for this to go, for me to take it, you need new signatures. You had an opportunity to take that and never turn it back in again.
People that weren't registered voters
Listen,
that signed.
Yeah,
I had 48, it was no good.
But I'm not arguing. All I'm saying is what you and your heart did was right. I'm okay with that. Am I disappointed? Yes, I certainly am disappointed.
My question is, why would you put that kind of money when you didn't even apply for the applications?
Because when you are on deadlines, when they walk in and say for USDA reasons and other reasons, they put you on deadlines, that's why, and I apologize when we say, we're not doing it disrespectfully, but when we have special meetings, sometimes we have to have a special meeting to get something passed, and it's like, they're saying you have to do this now in order to make sure we get this process going, so sometimes that's why we have special meetings. But in this case, I think all the answers came out. You were sitting at this meeting. Other people agreed that, okay, it was explained properly now, and we're okay with it. You were the only one that did not, and that's the truth of the matter.
Only in 45 other people.
Well, listen, I'm not disagreeing with that, and I don't, they signed it, and that's their prerogative, and you were very successful in getting it blocked. So I'm okay with that. Yes?
Susan Swaina, 547 West Maple. When you say you rescinded the ordinance, does that, you took it back, that it's
Correct.
not happening. But
We
does
took it
that-
off the table, it's off the table altogether,
Okay.
yes.
So can you redo an ordinance, or?
There's a possibility to redo it, and with other options in it, with certain changes, yes.
Okay.
So that's why I said maybe next month there'll be something else we can put together with the help of the auditors or the engineers and whoever that maybe, because I really, not that we're going to lose the grant money, that's not the point. We're never going to give the grant money back, we would have to borrow the money to at least do the grant. But if you can get free money in between to fix problems that we have, it's just foolish not to do it. So we're going to revisit it. There's so many people, even just today it's Poplar Avenue, and they deserve that. I mean, there's issues in that road that we can fix now with a lot of free money if we get the approval. Like I said, we already have almost 300 or a little more than 300,000 in grants now. And if USDA kicks in another, million or whatever it may be that they can approve, it's free. And I hate to turn anything away like that. I mean, it's important, especially for us being small as we are. So we're going to look into something. Hopefully next month, maybe we have an answer for something else. And maybe whatever it is we have next month that Nancy will be happy with, and maybe we can move forward with something, that's all.
Okay, one other question is, and this is for Amy, what is the status of the budget?
Okay, so tomorrow morning, I will be meeting with the CFO, and we will be discussing the operating and sewer budgets tomorrow. So at our next meeting, I will be able to give you that.
Okay, maybe, I'm confused, the operating budget?
It's the operating and sewer budgets.
So, that's.
The general fund,
The
everything,
general
yes.
funding.
It's all, yes,
Sorry,
all
the-
general.
sorry, the
yeah.
general
Yes,
fund.
general, mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
But as I know at this point, our sewer budget will not increase for 2020. So I do know that. I just don't know anything else until I speak, with the CFO tomorrow, and then at the next meeting, I'll be able to give you the update. Okay?
Any other questions, folks? Yes.
Marie Perloff, 55 Mills Drive. When we add something to the ballot, does that cost us anything?
Yeah, so I said that it's around between $20,000 and $25,000 it costs us to have a special election ballot, yes. It's a lot of money. It's more than a penny in taxes, so it's kind of hard to do something like that. But I think there's other avenues that we might be able to go and maybe make this work that everybody's happy when we're finished. That's the hope. Any other questions, folks? Okay, Charles.
I have a comment,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
and I have my, you didn't see me, you know. Say Jack. Oh, thank you. At 753 West Poplar. As you know, Mayor, I believe that, you know, that meeting that we had and nobody had any answers, okay? So obviously, you're the key. You're the man that speaks the most.
I
Or
don't
says,
do that.
whether you're elected or not, you're the one. So it really doesn't matter if the rest aren't here, because you got the answers.
Well, I don't want to say, please, they're good people, they know,
I
they do the
figured
best
out,
they
but
can.
It has
and-
nothing to do with good.
and it's-
Who's most informed?
Well, you know, I try to research as much as I can and try to get as
Well,
many
you got-
answers as
well,
do they.
see? So you can't be not here.
Well, that's why we moved, this meeting was supposed to be last week and we moved it to this week, so I
Just wanted to
appreciate
let
that.
you know.
Thank you.
I'm new, I'm learning, sorry.
That's right, you'll never be where he is, though.
I don't know about that.
You know what?
about
I don't
that.
think I could do that job.
Charles, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Charles, P-PAC 507 West Poplar. There has been some discussion, and again, it looks like, I'm hoping that we're not lining up adversarially with other groups within the borough, because it wasn't our intent of our organization. But there was some discussion about we're running around the island looking for holes in bulkheads, and we're reporting people for holes.
I've never heard that.
That's what's been out there.
I've never heard that.
And
Oh, spout off?
It was in one of the shout
Yeah, I
outs this week.
don't read it, so.
Yeah, I know, but,
Yeah.
point is, though, that Joe Segrist undertook that major program of trying to find the sewer lines that are open.
Correct,
That floodwater can get into and raise all of our usage fees.
correct.
For sewers. So I just want to make sure that we clarify that, and everyone should understand that.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
We're out in an open meeting, so.
But again, whether it's a spout off, whatever you want to call it, if there is somebody that has a hole in a bulkhead, we certainly want to know about it, because we want to send code out there saying, if we can fix this problem, and, you know, we're not here to hammer even the homeowners, because it's expensive to run a waterfront property as it is, and to fix a bulkhead, it's like we want to work with them, not, you know, where we get just to try to jam it down their throat, because a lot of people, they struggle too. I don't care what age you are, or what, you know, you struggle, so we want to work with them, but you can't allow that hole to stay there. That cannot happen, so, because that only makes it worse for all of us. So I'm okay with, you know, but I'm not saying if it was you guys who went out and found it, and it's something important, we want to know about it, we want to try and work on it, but we're not going to go demand they fix it immediately. We should address it though, so it's not a bad thing.
Cooperative government and open communications and, you know, the transparency, this is what our mission is, what we're trying to do for the benefit of all, not just for, you know, but that kind of puts us in a light of being, you know, these people that are running around trying to bring costs into the borough and do harm to other residents of the borough, but you know, we haven't been doing that, and so we just want to make sure that that's clear.
No, believe me, that was never even entertained, believe me. Any other questions, folks? Yes.
Mary Ann Ross, 741 West Poplar. Last month, I believe there was an ordinance passed for, to float a bond for, I believe, $20,000 for the barrack housing.
Correct.
Okay. I guess I'm surprised that we would have to float a bond for $20,000 to pay for that. Like, we don't have enough room in our general fund.
Well, it's not the fact of having room. It's if let's say maybe there's not enough room and we don't have time to wait for the budget to come out to do it. That's one. Two is if they allow you to pay it over.
But you have time to float a bond?
But remember the bond, and that not only up to 20 days is even, not yet. So that bond isn't even approved yet, because remember, we have to wait for the estoppel period of 20 days. But that being said, so we're saying, okay, we don't have time. If we sat down, like right now, you heard the commissioner say that she's sitting down with the auditor, or the CFO tomorrow, and very shortly probably the auditor, and then he will advise us at that point, do we have room for the 20 cents in there? Don't we, or the 20,000 there? Don't we have room for it? So my concern is always this: if you can take a bond and pay it over the 5 years, rather than strap yourself with the 20,000 your regular, let's say the 20,000 can stay in there for an emergency. and we do have emergencies. You really want to make sure you have the cushion in there for the emergency, rather than take that away and not do the bond would be, they recommend, these are the things they recommend to us.
Okay, so I would agree with you, but I guess on that same idea, you went out and you hired a full-time attorney with benefits and pension, and that's close to $80,000, but we have to float a bond to pay $20,000 for this fair housing.
Yeah, and that's a decision we make, and I'll say it, and it will always, and again, we'll agree to disagree. The benefits of having the solicitor on board here, just in this last 2 months, you have no idea, and you never will probably, the things that she's already advised us that what we need to do, rather than take certain other directions that we weren't being advised of before. Because Marcus is a great guy, but he wasn't here sitting us, looking us in the eye saying, no, you can't do it, or yes, you can do that. I mean, the benefit, I'm telling you, it is well worth what we're doing. Believe me when I tell you. Believe me.
You were going to get back to us on, or I guess a question with the pension, the cost of Mary Bender's pension, cost.
Yes, and I do not, that information as of, believe it or not, today, apparently the whatever the pension is that accepted her, it just happened, believe it or not, today, so I don't have the information for that, but I should have it for next month. Yes.
Susan Sweeney, 547 West Maple. This is for Mary. Is there any other litigation in the works for us since the last meeting?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions, folks? Hearing none, I close this portion of the meeting to the floor, and again, I'm sorry, go ahead, Charles.
We don't need a work order to put the clock ahead, do we?
I'm sorry, what's that?
We don't need a work order to put the clock ahead, do we?
Oh, Jesus. I apologize for that, too. Yeah,
They're busy
Go
scrubbing
ahead,
everything with
go
bleach
ahead.
and Lysol today, that's all.
go ahead.
I do have a question. The house checks, this is for Scott.
Yes.
They're conducted. Do they still leave notes that they were there?
They should be, yes.
Okay, just curious. Thank you.
Just a comment also, Dennis Fife, 726 West Poplar. I was down 2 weeks ago. My neighbor across the street, the door was wide open. And
Okay.
it was that way for at least 3 weeks because they were down 3 weeks prior for like a wrestling match or something. They left that door open 3 weeks.
I mean, I don't know if the officer saw it or not. I did have an open door call here on the police report, but if you notice it, call, so that way they can address it right away, that's
Yeah.
all, so.
I mean, we went over locked it, but
Okay.
we locked it up.
I do know that a gentleman sent an email or text to the police department within the last week or so that he's doing construction up on Poplar Avenue, and that he left his trailer open accidentally with all his tools in it. And he made a comment that he was so pleased that he saw the police go by so many times during the day when he was working. He believes that the reason why his trailer was never ripped off and everything taken out of it is because of, he says, the police presence is incredible back here. And he was so pleased. I mean, he really went out of his way to thank everybody about, what they do back here. And he says, in any other town, that trailer would have been empty.
This is a nice peaceful town.
Yeah, very lucky, yeah, very fortunate. Yes, good.
Sorry, Susan Sweeney, 547 West Maple. Bouncing off of that issue, when I came down a few days ago, I went in the backyard and my husband's workroom door was open. And I thought, that is really strange because I knew that I had locked it up before I left. So I'm just wondering, when these officers do property checks, do they walk around the building or do they just look from their car, or how's that work? Because I haven't gotten.
There's a combination of how they do it, depending on weather and the environment, what's going on here. They will drive, they will use what they call it, the floodlight that's on the side of the car.
They should be
shine
getting
the
out of the
outside.
car is what they should
But
be
they should be
doing.
getting out of the car
Yeah.
and walking the blocks, houses and taking a look. So
Right,
we'll-
I guess, thank God nothing was taken. I thought my husband's toolbox was taken. I called him right away. He's
Mhm.
like, no, I took it with me. But my point is that I used to get notes in my
Mhm.
door saying that my property was checked. I haven't gotten one in, it's gotta be a year and a half now.
Okay, well,
So,
Scott, you'll put
Yeah,
that
yeah,
in.
we'll check into it, and I'll make sure that,
I had
as they
con-
do them, because I think it's good to know that you should have a slip sitting there.
yeah, and I contacted, the police, and I started getting them, and then they stopped again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't know what's going on there, but if you could
Yeah, I don't know
check
what
that.
blocks they're doing exactly, you know, what their exact routine is with it, with, in between calls and so forth, so,
Thank
but
you.
we'll address it.
Just an information question, Mayor. Next to the Marina B&E?
Yes.
Is that property being developed now, or the building permits in or anything?
Well, it's funny, I saw blocks sitting there. I know they put permits in, this is going over the last several years, and I saw cinder blocks there, and I don't know, it looks like there's some type of developments going on there. So maybe they may have gotten their approvals, I don't know for a fact, but I had just seen this yesterday, and I'm going to actually research it myself, but I can let you know at the next meeting if you ask. But hopefully they are, because that's a good thing. Thank you, folks, for coming out. I really appreciate it. Please be safe on the way back, and hopefully we all stay safe from this virus. We are going to go into executive. You're welcome to stay if you like until we come out. We don't know how long that'll be, but you're more than welcome to stay.
Resolution 2020-033 is authorizing a closed executive session meeting for matters of active litigation. This is for the Mulhaney lawsuit. May I have a motion?
Motion?
Second,
Roll call?
Commissioner Golden?
Yes.
Commissioner Romero?
yes.
Mayor Fox?
Yes.